Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Friday night, my favorite night of the week. How y'all doing? I'm an honorary Southerner. I actually am a Yankee through and through, but my Southern friends have given me permission to say y'all and all y'all, which is plural, as many times as I want. So there. My name is Darlene. I am with Featherweight Doctor here in beautiful North Idaho. This is my Friday night sip and so. I have my evil twin sister joining me this evening. I'm going to apologize in advance of her mouth. She is a bit of a sailor. She's in the waiting room going, and I'm going to hold up my sign here as I bring her on. So, SEW. I'm going to bring her on, and then I'm going to bring up my feeds, and then we're going to say hi. You ready, Denice? Yo, she's ready. She's ready. Okay. Oh, how do I do this? Oh, I got it. Okay. Here she is. Yay.
Did you hear what she said about me?
I can't remember if I'm the big sister or the evil one.
I do think that depends on the day, Darlene.
I agree. It's very subjective around here, for sure. So, everybody,
I want that sign.
This is Denice. That's her rapper name. Denice. I don't have a rapper name, Denise. It kind of stinks. You can't do anything cute or rapper-ish with Darlene.
We'll work on that on one of your shows.
Okay. I need a rapper name. Do I sing? No. Do I rap?
Oh.
Absolutely not.
Well, we could do all of those things, but nobody would want to hear them. Or no.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let me bring up here. Hold on, guys. I'm bringing up my feeds.
You have to tell me when Mel and Joe are on.
I hope they're on. They were on vacation, and now they should be on. I am not up yet. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Okay, making my windows small. Okay. Okay. So I need to go to Featherweight Doctor. Denice, how was your week?
It was a fantastic week here in North Idaho. We did not have any accumulation of snow. It did snow, but there was
no feet and feet and feet of snow.
And
nice.
I'm happy to report that it was swimsuit weather because we hit a high of 47 today.
Ooh, balmy.
I stood outside without a jacket on.
I think Facebook just dropped us. Hold on.
Oh, like a hot potato?
Ray, are we dropped? No, we're on. Okay. It looked like they dropped us for a second. Yes, you should probably be watching, woman. Okay, let me. She is my producer and all. Oh, really, girl? Come say hi to your
friends. Sassy. She's been sassy today, everyone.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, Auntie.
Hello. Hello.
Why is she so buffery?
Buffery? She's not buffery.
She's like static.
No, she's not.
Oh, now she's fixed. When you waved, it kind of like stopped in the middle of the screen.
Oh my gosh.
What do you expect for a gig internet connection? Come on.
I don't know. Whirly Idaho,
Whirly Idaho needs to be better. Okay.
Squirrely whirly. That's what we call it.
Review my updated terms and conditions. Okay.
I'm just happy the Wi-Fi's get to Whirly, Idaho, if you know what I mean.
It is dead.
Okay. Live.
And the TikToks,
Live in progress. Sorry, guys. Okay. Good Lord. Okay, let me say hi to some friends.
Good Lord. Get your technology stuff together.
I don't know why anybody lets me do this. Okay. Julie Campbell's on from Tennessee. Hi, Julie. Missy's on from Redmond. Kay Webster is on. Hello. Pam Ernest is on from Maine. Cindy Matthews is on from Michigan. Jay Euler. Hello and good evening to you too. Christine is on. Let's see. I understand being the daughter of a sailor. She knows why you cuss so much, Denise.
Oh, God. I'm going to try to keep it PG tonight, but it is Friday.
Christine, we're going to send some good vibes your way. She's having knee surgery next week. All right, let me see.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that's not good.
No fun. No Peloton, that means.
No Peloton. All right, let's see here. So yeah, Kathy is on from East Texas. Debbie's on from Kentucky. Mel's on. Hi, Mel.
Mel, we have a
Lisa's
topic
on.
tonight.
Franny's on. Odie's on. Odie sent me a picture of what she was drinking. Some kind of fruity Moscato, something or other. Karen's
Ooh.
on. No evil one ever. Karen, you're my friend from Ohio. Odie says it's Happy Friday the 13th. I forgot about that. I'm not
Oh,
superstitious.
balls. It's Friday the 13th.
Denice, language.
I said balls.
Oh.
Come on.
Bernadette is on. Judy P is on. Colleen from Texas is on. Mary's on. Bonnie Pelton's on. She says hi, D&D. Okay, kids, keep it down back there. Okay, Lisa Meadows.
D&D Music Factory, Darlene.
Karen Lewis Parker from Stephenville, Texas, where our nephew went to college at Tarleton. I know where Stephenville is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, Mary's asking for another wild Friday night tonight. I don't know about that, Mary.
Apparently, I missed quite the party last week from what I heard.
Well, Ray was on fire. And I mean fire.
I just needed to know if I
You're
needed
good,
to
you're an AZ. Nice. Oh.
needed to know if I needed to sell it to America's Funniest Home Videos.
Bernadette is on. Your friend Bernadette.
Oh, Betty's friend.
Bernadette is on. Hi,
Oh, that's fun.
Kathy's on from SoCal. Oh, Odie wanted us to know it was Marion Berry Vodka. That's what she said.
Okay, Odie, you and I have to talk, girl, because you'll see.
She's coming in June. She's coming to Quilt
Oh,
Camp. She's
fun.
coming to Quilt Camp. Yay!
One of the topics, the talking topics, chatting topics?
Our talking points.
My bad. Talking points.
Pineapple cider.
Ooh.
Reagan's friend Aiden, who is legally able to buy me alcohol, went to the store for me.
Friend.
Aiden, friend. Yes,
friend. Her man friend, but we weren't allowed to say that for a while. That was weird. Anyway.
I'm thanking Aiden publicly.
So one of our talking points that I was not allowed to bring to the table tonight, everyone, was dry January. And it's because it is counterintuitive to have dry January while one is sipping and sewing. But I have been on a personal quest since I am participating in dry January to find non-alcoholic alternatives. And I have found the one. So by show of hands, kids, I want to know how many people are participating in dry January with me. And we're not going to give any specific fingers to anybody.
Dry January is not a thing.
It is a thing.
No, it is not. No,
okay, show hands.
I will say, I have considerably tapped the brakes. Andy's been dieting and not drinking at all, and it's really
Andy's in dry January with me.
Yeah, it's a little sad to drink on your own. And I was literally at a private lesson. Bernadette assured everybody she is not doing dry January. Bernadette, my friendly Canadian, in King, North Carolina, and Elizabeth Sowers is on from Indiana. Hi, sweetheart. So I'm driving over the Long Bridge over the lake from Sagal this morning. I was at a private lesson, and it is 11 a.m. Denise. There is a gal having a field sobriety test at 11 a.m. on Friday morning. And I'm like, whoa.
Some might argue that living in North Idaho through the winter will drive you to drink. So maybe that was
such a small town. I'm like, oh my gosh, please tell me I don't know her.
No kidding, right? You're like, oh, that's my neighbor. Or, she bought a machine from me last week.
No, I didn't know her.
Okay. Here we go.
What are you drinking?
I have 3 choices, everyone. So we have these DeSoy.
They're Katy Perry's.
That made personally by Katy Perry.
She's out there stomping the non-existent grapes and not fermenting them.
Right. And it's called Sparkling Non-Alcoholic Aperitif.
What's the last word?
Aperitif.
You two have to drink.
I don't know if that's how you say it or not, but
Oh, say hi to your aunt.
Why not you use his official title, not the weird one that you keep using?
The pretend, perspective,
Don't.
future
Don't.
band friend.
friend.
So this one is made with some stuff I can't pronounce. Tart
Oh.
cherry, and it's derived from green tea. So right, healthy. And for those of us that also watch our carbs, it only has sugar 12 grams. So there's this one.
Okay.
There. Oh, that's the same one. I haven't been drinking yet.
Elizabeth Sowers has never also heard of dry January.
What's wrong with you guys? Do you just drink and sew every Friday with Darlene? Yes.
Uh-oh.
What?
Sewing Nook from King, North Carolina is on here, and she says, "Okay, I have one. I have one featherweight. Is that enough?" Girl, child, you are asking the wrong group. If one featherweight is enough.
Can you see the two that I have back here?
Yeah, she said, I went into an antique store today, and now I have two.
Oh, yay! And they're like gremlins. If you throw water on them, they multiply. I'm just saying.
Well, I think they're like potatoes and potato chips.
You can mash them.
Grandbabies. You can't just have one.
Oh, okay. We're doing this one, you guys.
Cats too. You can't just have one cat.
Golden Hour is the name of the beverage, and it's made with lemon balm from green tea. So it's going to be lemony. And I'm going to be fancy like you guys, not like Darlene, who's drinking her beverage out of a can.
That's very North Idaho.
That is true. There's
Lisa
no
Member
argument.
says one is never enough.
No, I agree. Okay,
We're
so we haven't tried this one.
Just in case there are husbands creeping in the background, do not tell me your actual number of featherweights. That's right, husbands. We only have one featherweight. Winky face.
That's all fine and good, but my husband is the one who brings home featherweights, so he knows. That's how you know you've made it, ladies, when you find a man that will bring home featherweights for you.
Oh, Odie wants to know about the lilac machine. It is spoken for. It is actually going to live in Oregon.
About the lilac machine. What is that?
But there are others that could be lilac and go to your part of Oregon, Odie. Does it give you directions? Oh. Sewing Nook, what's your first name? She says, does it give you directions at the bottom? Just add vodka to your drinks.
You guys are funny.
It doesn't count if you're, it's dry January and, you add vodka to your non-alcoholic seltzer water.
I did have an interesting question though, because I had to Google it because Reagan was very interested in if she could purchase non-alcoholic beverages. And it's very odd. It's kind of a mixed bag. Like in some states and in some areas, she can buy the beverage and consume it. But in other areas, it's illegal for her to buy a non-alcoholic beverage, but she can still legally consume it, which was weird. We were going to go on a little hunt to see where we could buy some locally.
Odie, we can talk. I might have a solution for you. Okay, sorry. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Are you doing business while we're having fun? Do I need to be the work patrol?
Oh, I'm always working. Have you met me? Let's see.
No.
Uller, my husband and kids bought my first featherweight for me on December 30th. Welcome to the cool kids.
Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family. That's right. Okay, I am supposed to be sewing tonight. Do you want to see what I made this week, guys?
Oh my gosh, you guys. It's so SEW cute.
So this was the first block that I made last week on camera. So here's my first one.
So cute. So cute.
Ah, it's so cute. Okay. Now there's two more. They're multiplying. I think this one's my favorite one.
That's so cute too.
So cute. And then my first Queen of Hearts one.
I don't know. I kind of like that one, Darlene.
The next one is going to be the pink Queen of Hearts that I'm supposed to be sewing on, but I'm talking about what we are and are not drinking and how many featherweights we have. Girls, stop putting your actual featherweight counts in the thing. There could be a husband creeping. Bernadette, is your husband creeping?
4.
Paul, are you out there?
But I did give, I lent Dolores to my neighbor because she wanted a machine she could carry over to a friend's house. I know. I'm a little nervous about it. Dolores is my first featherweight. And so she's not at home in the Denise's
We do not
orphanage.
loan out featherweights.
We don't?
Nope, that's how
Darlene?
it got dropped.
I have
And now she's not running.
Don't say that.
You're like, what is the echo in the audio? I don't know. It's probably Denice with her cruddy Wi-Fi. Just kidding. Okay, here's the quilt.
OMG.
It is not a block of the month. It's just called Checkmate. Look at the cute little quilt. So this quilt, you guys, is not big enough for me. I have decided I have the winter weighted quilt on now because, you know, it's all kinds of cold here. And I have the opening night one, which is another like from what was the black and white one Tula did? Lineworks. Yeah, from Lineworks. And it just barely covers the drop of the mattress. So, and then I've got the big quilt on now. So I got to measure that one, but I might have to add borders to this because it's only 86 inches.
But Darlene, you haven't asked the wonderful recipient of that quilt what size quilt she needs.
Oh, I asked myself.
What the heck?
This one's for me. Mimsy, hello. It says, hi, first time one of your lives. Just got my first featherweight this past summer for only $25.
Oh, that's the best.
Nice
That's
job,
the best feeling.
Mimsy. Nice job. Was it a garage sale? Tell us more. We need the story. So, Mel wants to know why you're not sewing, Denice.
Because I'm drinking my non-alcoholic beverage too quickly. But look, you guys would be so proud of me. I actually have a project. Wait, go that way.
Mary Carnes, you don't need a husband. You can buy yourself featherweights, girl.
Project that I'm working on for a friend of mine.
Let's see here. Oh, yes. So the pattern is called Checkmate, and it was a free download on Free Spirit back in the day. Polly's on! Yay!
Where are my YouTube friends?
Polly's
Sandy
on.
Martin.
Oh, Sandy Martin messaged me, and she isn't going to be able to join us. She had some retirement party for one of her colleagues. I'm like,
she went to a party instead of coming to
so
our
much
party?
more fun. So
Wow.
Polly says, hi, everyone. My internet is super dodgy, but I can finally see you both at last. Hi, Denice and Darlene. Hi, Polly.
I love it. She says dodgy.
I know. She always has a fun word for something. Oh, Mimsy said that the featherweight came from a yard sale, and a friend called and asked, should he pick it up? I said, yes, as calmly as I could.
Don't make eye contact, throw it in the truck and run. That's my my mode operandi.
That's actually not a bad piece of advice. Like if you see a featherweight on a dingy garage floor, do not go over and go, oh my God. Go over and kick the box gently and go, how much do you want for that piece of garbage?
Is that a door stopper? I'm looking for a big door stopper.
A door stopper.
Mm-hmm. That is literally how I found the one for $10.
We are. Oh, hi, Kathy. Hi, how are you? So we are supposed to be talking about, since there's some new featherweight. Hello, Alma Landon. Thanks for saying hi. We were talking about new things that we learned as quilters. Well, no, I said that wrong. Things we learned as new quilters that were surprising to us. So I've decided this is going to be a whole little series because there's too many things to just mention in one short little live. So I will say that okay, does anybody watch The Curse of Oak Island? Those brothers drive me absolutely crazy. They are never going to find treasure, y'all. Never going to find treasure. But
what do you watch?
Andy makes me watch the History Channel.
Good Lord. Where's Emily in Paris? And
I'm very smart, though.
Warrior Nun and Game of Thrones, baby. Ooh, yeah.
So there's these two brothers that are looking for. There is a island in Nova Scotia that literally looks like a duck. Literally looks like a duck, and there is tons of like collectibles and like evidence that there was a treasure buried there at one time, and they have found bits and pieces and parts from all over, different civilizations, Knights Templar, blah 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 blah. Where's the lens? I don't.
And let me guess, it's an entire series about that find nothing.
It's like eight years long, 8 series long, and
8?
they literally never find
What?
anything. They find like little bits and pieces of evidence. My bet is that, Mimsy says, love Oak Island, that there was treasure buried there at one time, but I honestly don't think it's still there. Just, this is Darlene's personal take. No top pocket find. Bernadette, you watch it too. Okay, so this is my aha moment. So the brothers say this all the time when they find something that's like a Bobby Dazzler. The guy is Australian. I believe he's Australian. Char, don't yell at me if he's not Australian and he's actually English, but I think he's Australian. And he goes, and he's the metal detector dude, and he's the one that does the top pocket find. But the brothers, every time he finds something that's like kind of like links part of the puzzle together, they say they have an aha moment. Here is my aha moment when I was learning to quilt. You guys ready for it? The 1/4-inch seam is really important.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right, because like for the longest time I'm like, cool. I'm just gonna like use which came on my like ancient Kenmore, and I'm gonna just line it up to the foot. Y'all, if you have a regular presser foot on your sewing machine, most likely it's like not for quilting. It's like a 5/8 seam, which is your clothing seam allowance. Quilters need a 1/4-inch seam allowance. We are religious about our 1/4-inch seam allowance because it's how everything goes together and is the exact same size that it's supposed to be. And the quilt is the projected size that it's supposed to be when you're done.
That's a solid point, Darlene. Because
sometimes who cares about? My kids would come out too small, and I'd be like, why? I was but it's because I had the wrong foot.
Well, and for those of us that use patterns because we are not creative in our own right, and buy kits, like they just give you enough fabric in kits in order to.
Not this checkmate quilt kit. Who was it? Elizabeth? Someone messaged me and said they bought it after they saw me talking about it last week. Y'all, there's enough for like 2 quilts in this kit, but most of the time, like Denice
they cut it like really.
They cut it,
so
like you don't mess up. Do not mess
up.
Like
it, I guess the aha moment in general is measuring is important, whether you're talking about the width of your foot or whether you're talking about cutting your fabric according to the instructions, but. Some also read patterns because sometimes your patterns will have scant 1/4-inch.
Very different than the 1/4 of an inch.
Correct. Very different, right? For the same reason.
Very different.
And if you're not paying attention or don't read that, you're going to wind up with something that's not coming together very easily.
Oh, no. Okay, so we've had, let's see. Kay says, Denice, and I don't hear this in your voice. She says, your cold sounds like you need a shot of whiskey. I don't hear it. I know you've been sick. Like, that's true. So Kay is obviously very, very, very tuned.
Thank you. Darlene drugged me on here. Feel like crap. I didn't say shit.
Whatever.
I said
You're
crap.
going out afterwards. Shut your mouth. She said whiskey and lemon with honey for medical purposes in January, she said.
Medical purposes. It does. And I really have to question whether or not the NyQuil I've been taking, like, totally throws me off the dry January wagon because
that's not good. That has a lot of alcohol and sugar.
There's a lot of alcohol in there. Boy, does it knock me out. Make me sleep like a baby. Woo.
Mimsy said her machine looks like it's in great condition. Need to get it checked out. No in our area, which is why I'm here. Mimsy, I am holding a virtual spa day. You can join me on camera via Zoom. Check out our website, featherweightdoctor.com. I would love.
And she sends the nice little kit to you, so you have everything in front of you that she's showing you how to do on the Zoom camera.
Yep, it's fun. Zoom classes are fun. Polly says, thanks to the dodgy internet, I was sewing away on Betty White. I love that she called her white featherweight Betty White. And had a pesky capacitor blow and kick out deadly smoke. The smell lingers. Good Lord. Please be careful, Polly.
Do we having an electrical fire at Polly's house?
I know. Get out.
Oh my God. I don't even know what that is, but that doesn't sound good.
Elizabeth says, my grandpa didn't drink, but he always had cough medicine around.
Yeah, there's been lots of cough medicine happening this week. Oh my God. I stayed off the Dayquil today, though. I didn't hair the dog the Dayquil with the NyQuil.
Oh, let's see. Denise needs a hot toddy with the best whiskey. Is that like an Irish whiskey?
It's so good. I love hot toddies. Whiskey and same thing. Whiskey and lemon. Not till February.
Herself. Poor Bacon's trying to be quiet over there, and her friend is giving her the smile from across the room.
Her man friend.
What he is.
Okay, she's the boyfriend.
Gosh. Sounds weird to try and say friend.
You're the one that insisted on friend
That's
for
I can't.
a weirdly long time.
It made everybody really uncomfortable, I'm just going to say.
Yes, it did. Oh, it's a Scottish whiskey.
Oh, Scottish. Okay.
Andy likes Scottish whiskeys. We own a parcel, a 12-foot by 12-inch square of land in Ireland, but we have to go claim it.
Did you say 12 foot or 12
inches? We own a square foot. It's a whiskey company thing. Let's see here. Let's see.
Okay. How the property taxes on that work out?
My membership is to go visit it and claim it.
Oh,
and my dues are another bottle of whiskey. Okay.
Oh, yes.
That's actually Scotch. But Bernadette says that is not the way to meet the firemen.
Right?
I've been through
Bernadette.
2 small electrical fires. You don't want to smell that type of fire. You'll never forget the smell. Stop it.
Bernadette Ann asked Betty how she likes to meet firemen.
Denise, do not stir up trouble.
Having a slip and fall on the sidewalk in Seattle, and somebody
Recently?
called. No, God, this was like 100 years ago. But she kept thinking how cute the firemen were as they were coming to her rescue.
Not the way you want to meet a fireman.
No.
So Bernadette also says, so are you supposed to pre-wash fabric nowadays or not? Was always taught to pre-wash by my original quilting instructor, Betty.
That's a good question.
2017 at a Camino Island quilting group. But they said no more pre-washing, only spray with the stuff it's supposed to, that I was supposed to buy to make the fabric stiff. I don't pre-wash fabrics, Bernadette. I spend good money on good fabrics, and I've only, in all of my years of quilting, like going on 27 years of quilting, have only had one fabric that wasn't properly color set. And it only, so if you buy Moda, if you buy Robert Kaufman, if you buy good fabrics, you shouldn't have to wash your stuff.
That's a good question.
Okay. Julie Campbell says a quilter's aha moment. Oh gosh, now we're quoting Oak Island. Good Lord. A machine's 1/4 inch isn't the same as another machine's 1/4 inch. That is so true. So like if I start a quilt on my featherweight, I do not go then to my Bernina.
Yes.
A different 1/4 inch. Julie
Solid
Campbell.
point.
Yep. That's so true.
Solid point. And stop it. You guys are scaring the newbies, by the way. They're like, what do you mean? To measure every machine?
I literally had a client one time. I can't remember her name, and I can guarantee she's not watching the show. But she just was so upset with the idea that the pattern called for a 1/4 inch seam. She just did not think that was enough. She just thought all of her seams were going to burst open. So she would literally buy more fabric and make all of her fabrics 1/2 inch seams on purpose. Every one of them religiously 1/2 inch. So everything's still lined up. But that way it would have more on the inside of the quilt. All it did was make her quilt horribly heavy. Oh,
because her underneath part was so over sewn, basically. Oh, interesting.
Yes. Oh, and Polly did point out that Bernina, being a metric, is also 2.2 millimeters. I don't think the Bernina, so the way that my Bernina comes up is at like 4, it's just below 2.5. If you do a seam check and you sew like between 1 inch and count stitches, it's not 11 stitches. It's supposed to be 11 stitches in 1 inch.
Oh, look at you
There
all
you go.
fancy.
I know.
She's getting technical.
Let's see. Oh no, what's wrong with Facebook? Uh-oh. Odie says she does. Oh, Karen. Oh, Karen, you are bad. Okay. So Odie says I pre-wash and starch. I like how the quilt looks after its first wash before it is released to its new owner. Karen, my buddy in Ohio, wants everybody to know she married a fireman.
Does he have a calendar?
She says, LOL, they are cuties, wink, wink.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
She said, my aha was not using different machines to finish a project. Mimsy said, that would be more difficult with the quilt at a quarter or a half inch. Very bulky. Very true. Totally true. And Christine says, that is so true. The quarter of an inch on my featherweight is so accurate compared to my FOF or my Bernino, which I have to fiddle around with to get the quarter inch accurate seam allowance.
Oh, interesting. And a little tip for those of us that need it is
I was going to say something completely inappropriate and I reeled it back in.
Wow, and you're the one getting inappropriate
I
tonight.
didn't say it.
So I like to use blue tape, not masking, not strapping,
Notch with a Christmas pattern on it. Not
that. In order to help mark my quarter inch seam allowance on all of my machines because they're different, and I literally just measure them out and make sure that I don't mess it up.
Karen would like everybody to know that her husband would like to be in a calendar.
God, where's Franny when we need her?
I swear, what is it with men in uniform? I'm not kidding around here. There is something about that authority that is.
What, Darlene? Are you going to embarrass yourself? Okay. Whoa. Careful.
Dawn has a good point. She says not just machines differ, but different brand rulers can differ also.
Oh my gosh. So basically, ladies, our hunt for the perfect quarter inch seam allowance is, I don't know, Darlene.
I think if you start a project on a machine, you finish a project on the same machine. That is how I have run into the least amount of trouble.
That's probably a good rule of thumb. But we should start a quest for the perfect quarter inch seam allowance and see what happens.
I did a whole AccuQuilt special last year because the quarter inch on the featherweight, you actually have to find it. It's not, you can purchase quarter inch feet like from people like me or other dealers or whatever, but I use one of those standard ruler things to mark it, really? And then use the blue painter's tape to line it up. But girls, don't run your blue painter's tape over your gold foil decals, because if you already have a breach in your clear coat, you'll pull gold foil up when you go to pull the tape.
Oh, that's a good point.
My other little tip is to not leave when you are sewing with your featherweight and you are done for the day. Don't leave your tape on the bed of the machine. Reset it every time you start, because you don't know how long it's going to be before you come back to it. And I wouldn't want it to
leave tape residue so that your sister has to spend hours
exactly
scrubbing it off with not Windex.
Bernadette Ann, who's trying to keep this whole conversation very PC, says, my favorite calendar is the one from Sister's Oregon Quilt Show. Betty introduced me to that, and oh wait, never mind. Went downhill real quick. Oh, and the Men of Alaska calendar. Ooh la la.
Oh gosh.
Bernadette, I was trying to give you credit, woman. Kay Webster says, I love a heavy quilt. Sometimes I put 2 thicknesses of cotton in a quilt. My machine quilter hates double cotton. I feel for your machine quilter, Kay. I have done a double bat, and I am so doing one for myself. So I did a double bat with poly and then an 80-20 over the top. Oh my gosh, you guys. It was luxuriously fluffy. Luxuriously
Oh,
fluffy.
interesting. You mean
And
some people use more than one layer of batting?
it was a
Is that what
pain
you're
in the
talking
tail.
about?
No, and it makes it super like lofty and heavy.
Oh, I had no idea.
You can also use, I've seen people use, you know what? That's I'm wrong. I didn't use poly. I used wool and then the 80/20 on the top. That's what I used.
Oh, wow.
Mimsy wants to know if you can use a magnetic seam guide on the featherweight. Yes. Just as long as it doesn't, you don't screw. So here's my rule about taking care of your featherweight. We do not screw anything down to the bed of the machine. So I don't care for those acrylic seam guides. I don't care for metal seam guides. We don't use any of that stuff because it screws down to the top of the machine and inevitably it's going to slip out and scratch your finish. And most of your value is in the condition of your finish. So we do not do that. But you can use the magnetic ones that will flap down to your throat plate and it doesn't scratch anything. So those are okay to use.
We do not do that.
Lisa Meadows, I'm not saying that out loud. Oh no, see, Therese says, unfortunately, I left tape on my machine and now it has to be painted.
Oh, bummer. Are you sure? Because, I bought a machine that somebody had actually put strapping tape on my tan.
Yes, and some hardworking favorite sister helped get that off of that tan machine, didn't she? She showed up for a show.
Here we go.
Has this decrepit looking featherweight with her, and I'm like,
whoa, don't you talk about her that way.
We got it all cleaned up.
Yeah. Darlene likes to give me a bunch of shit. When I show up and like my machine's filthy and she's like, what? Like I'm misrepresenting the brand.
Yeah. If you're going to appear with Featherweight Doctor, don't bring a cruddy looking featherweight with you.
Right. This is the pressure I live with, folks. The pressure.
Let's see. Oh no, Franny says, I love double batting 80/20 on the bottom and wool. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful when quilted and very warm in the winter. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Karen wants to know what I'm drinking. So Reagan's boyfriend, I'm just going to call him what he is
friend.
Over 21. So I sent him out to find me a drink because the wine that
Did you go to the gas station?
No, I sent him to the brew pub across the street.
Okay.
And so it's Summit Cider. This is from Laughing Dog Brewery, Pineapple. And it's good. It's good. See, my neck gets red when I've had some alcohol.
Well, Darlene, guess whose neck is not red?
Oh, because you're being dumb and doing dry January. I would like everybody to know, just if we're being fully transparent, she's full of garbage because they were gone for Christmas and they
Whoa, Darlene, don't you
come back
dare
until right before the New Year. So we did our belated family Christmas.
Family Christmas.
January 2nd, and her and I had mimosas while we made breakfast. Because the only reason to drink in the morning is if it's a holiday. That's my rule about drinking in the morning.
You mean not to take the edge off last night's drinking?
No, and I'm not talking about Martin Luther King holiday. I'm talking about Christmas. I'm talking about New Year.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna like tie one on. MLK.
Let's see.
Yes, Darlene is right, but dry January officially started on January 3rd.
She's just trying to be cool with all of her workout friends, everybody. She doesn't really want dry January.
Does Facebook holidays count, like National Donut Day?
No, not National Donut Day.
That's
Let's see. Kathy in East Texas says, and I don't need the extra and the only need one. Oh, yes. So Kathy's pointing out that she lives in a very warm part of the country, and so she doesn't want anything to do with a double bat. She wants the summer weight cotton. My email, I sent you the link, girl. Bernadette Ann says there is no live TV broadcast monitors cleaning up the audio on this broadcast. That is correct. And this little sailor is on. So a little disclaimer.
Number 2. Mel and Joe, number 2.
Ann Bain is on, Denise. Mama Ann.
No! She needs to come visit me. She's overdue. Mama Ann.
Yes.
I was like, how do you know about Mama
Polly's trying
Ann?
to
She's
keep us on
mine.
point. She says
Oh.
naphtha or Zippo lighter fluid will lift the gooey residue.
And a lot of
Thank you,
elbow
Polly.
grease. Thank you, Polly.
Myra! Hello, Myra. How are you, my friend? Oh, good. You got the email. That sounds
Oh,
good.
y'all, that's even better than the other one.
Karen Lewis Parker. Hello, Karen Lewis Parker. She says, what about Riley Blake? Easy seam guide that you can tape down with the wasabi tape. Lori Holt uses it on her featherweights. So I'm going to assume that Lori Holt knows how to take care of her featherweights. I've never personally used the wasabi tape, but I know that she does use that. I just personally use the blue painter's tape because it's available at every big box store and it's not called a notion. Therefore, it's not 300% more expensive.
Oh my gosh. That's
But if Lori Holt uses it, I'm sure it's okay to use.
That's true, Darlene, because everything that's associated with quilting in some way, shape, or form is like grossed up.
Polly, I did get your photo and pattern of your leather bag. It was sure pretty. I did. Bye, Kay. See you later, girl. Oh, let's see. Mel says 2 and counting. Oh, she's counting your cuss words.
Yes. Oh, that was almost 3. Cuss words. I thought we were counting my non-alcoholic beverages.
Oh, not wasabi. Odie, I thought. Wait, hold on. Did she say wasabi or did I just read that really quickly?
It's really spicy tape,
It's
everyone.
washi. Washi, not wasabi. I really like
You
wasabi.
don't want to lick it. I'm just saying. Don't lick the tape. It's made with wasabi.
Okay. Everybody's having a good laugh at my expense. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh my
Maybe, you know what we'll do? Well, on Monday for Ask the Doctor, I will show you guys how I find the perfect 1/4-inch seam allowance on the featherweight. We have not
goodness. The
done
wasabi tape. Are you bringing that?
Is it washi, not wasabi? Sorry.
You said wasabi, and I was like, I mean, maybe.
I just really want sushi. I think that's.
I had sushi last night, so I don't have sushi on my brain tonight.
We have grocery store sushi up here in Sandpoint.
No.
No, thank you.
I went to the good sushi place last night.
Sandy Reese. Hello, Sandy Reese in New Hampshire. How are you, girl?
Okay, I'm getting all of my stuff.
Not wasabi.
I have all of my stuff organized. I'm so good.
Yeah, Lisa, she's drinking a non-alcoholic drink. Correct. The snorting, laughing has started. Good Lord. Good Lord. All right, friends. Well, my side currently hurts now from laughing so much, so that means it's been a good show. I think we're gonna head out. Thank you for joining me. Okay, Karen Lewis Parker. Okay. Everybody's being mean. Yes, Sandy Fowler, I will show where to put the tape on the bed of the machine. You bet. Do you use a chopstick with that? I have D. Hoffman. I've never used the laser beam, but I use it on my
Darlene. But have you used the laser beam?
I have not. All right, guys. I will be back on Monday, 4:00 Pacific, right here on Facebook and YouTube. We will be talking about how to find the perfect 1/4-inch seam allowance on your featherweight. Denise will not be joining me.
Kicked off.
Nancy, it's your birthday tonight. Happy birthday, girl.
Oh, happy birthday.
All right. Have a great, safe, and sane weekend. I will be back. Denise, thank you for joining us.